2024 has been a tough year for Boeing. From whistleblower scandals to aircraft safety issues, the company's reputation has taken a major hit. Now, the lives of astronauts are at risk. Boeing had a chance to turn things around with the Starliner project, but it seems they've missed that opportunity. It's no longer just about their reputation, it's about the safety of the astronauts at the International Space Station, ISS. As Boeing and NASA continue to address Starliner's issues, there appears to be one reliable option for the astronauts' return to Earth: SpaceX. In this video, we'll discuss how SpaceX will likely step in to ensure the astronauts' safe return, just as it has done in the past. But before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on this and many other topics. Boeing's Starliner has faced many challenges. The first crewed launch attempt on May 6 was cancelled due to a valve issue in the Atlas V rocket. The launch was rescheduled, but on June 1, a computer card issue in the ground launch sequencer caused another delay just minutes before liftoff. Despite these problems, the Starliner successfully launched on June 5 from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Aboard the spacecraft were veteran NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams. The spacecraft reached a safe orbit, docking with the ISS on June 6. You might think the issues ended once the spacecraft docked, but the challenges continued. Technical issues and delays have extended the return mission. Initially, the Starliner was scheduled to return on June 18, 2024. However, this was delayed due to the need for additional preparations and spacewalks that were originally planned for June 13. These spacewalks were cancelled due to spacesuit discomfort. The return was then rescheduled to June 22, 2024. However, this date also faced postponements due to ongoing technical issues with the spacecraft. Specifically, the Starliner experienced helium leaks in its propulsion system, which required further investigation. On June 18, NASA announced another delay, pushing the return date to June 26, 2024. Experts believe the mission may be delayed even further as Boeing still does not seem to have fully understood the underlying problems. This leaves us with one reliable option: SpaceX. SpaceX has consistently proven its reliability, launching its Falcon 9 rocket almost every week. The company's track record includes numerous successful crewed missions to the ISS using the Crew Dragon spacecraft. Since the introduction of the Falcon 9, SpaceX has completed over 200 successful missions. Unlike Boeing, which has struggled with continuous technical problems, SpaceX has maintained a strong safety record. SpaceX's Falcon 9 is so reliable that when companies face significant issues, they often seek help from SpaceX to ensure the safe return of astronauts. For example, in December 2022, the Russian Soyuz spacecraft suffered a significant coolant leak while docked at the ISS. This incident raised serious concerns about the spacecraft's viability for safely returning its crew, which included Russian cosmonauts. In this emergency, NASA considered using SpaceX's Crew Dragon as an alternative return vehicle. The Crew Dragon spacecraft, launched atop the Falcon 9 rocket, successfully docked with the ISS, and the stranded astronauts were quickly transferred aboard following meticulous safety protocols. The Falcon 9 safely returned the crew to Earth. When it comes to the Starliner, Boeing does not want to be rescued by SpaceX. They view this as a significant humiliation, having a newcomer like SpaceX rescue the oldest commercial space company from disaster. Boeing has a long history in aerospace, making it one of the most established names in the industry. It started with a capital of just $100,000 but quickly grew into a giant, playing a significant role in space exploration. By the time SpaceX was founded in 2002, Boeing was already a giant with a market capitalization of over $70 billion, boasting extensive experience and resources in aerospace engineering. SpaceX started with much smaller capital but rapidly gained traction due to its innovative approaches and successful missions. Both Boeing's Starliner and SpaceX's Dragon were developed under NASA's Commercial Crew Program, aimed at creating cost-effective transportation to and from the ISS. NASA awarded contracts to both companies, Boeing received $4.2 billion, while SpaceX received $2.6 billion. Despite receiving a larger sum, Boeing's Starliner has faced numerous delays and technical issues. Initially expected to be operational by 2017, the Starliner program encountered a series of setbacks that significantly pushed its timeline. Meanwhile, SpaceX, with a smaller budget, managed to complete the development of the Crew Dragon more efficiently. SpaceX's Crew Dragon had its first successful uncrewed test flight in March 2019, followed by its first crewed mission in May 2020. Since then, the Crew Dragon has been used for multiple missions, earning the title of the safest spacecraft in the world. The fact that both Crew Dragon and Starliner were developed under the same NASA program makes Boeing's situation even worse. Despite having a larger budget and more resources, Boeing's delays and technical issues have resulted in SpaceX emerging as the more reliable and capable partner for NASA. You might wonder how a giant like Boeing can handle a spaceflight situation so poorly. Firstly, Boeing's internal issues have significantly impacted the Starliner project. The company has been dealing with a series of quality control problems, including those seen in their commercial aircraft. Unlike SpaceX, which primarily focuses on rocket launches and space exploration, Boeing's vast business portfolio spans commercial aviation, defense, and space. This diversification means that Boeing's leadership and resources are often spread thin across different sectors. The company has faced multiple crises, including the grounding of the 737 MAX and production issues with the 787 Dreamliner. Many experts believe that NASA should reconsider its investment in Boeing's Starliner and halt any further funding for the program. Boeing has already incurred significant losses, with estimates of around $1.5 billion beyond the NASA contract. It's understandable that NASA aims to prevent a monopoly by not solely funding one company. However, there are other reliable companies aside from SpaceX that could fulfill NASA's requirements. For example, the Dream Chaser project is nearing its first orbital flight test. This spacecraft is very different from others like Starliner and Dragon, offering unique capabilities and design. Dream Chaser is often referred to as the mini shuttle because it is designed to be reusable and can land on conventional runways. The Dream Chaser can carry both crew and cargo, and its horizontal landing capability sets it apart from the vertical landing approach used by both the Starliner and Dragon capsules. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.